Peace and greetings, peace and greetings. This is Brother Divine of A Culture Shock LLC, and this is day 20 of Life as an Entrepreneur, and it is a Monday, guys. So it's Manifest Monday, and today I want to show you guys some really fly stuff. These are just so beautiful to me. I really love these bracelets. Necklaces. You can make bracelets out of these. These are Russian spiral necklaces that you're seeing right here. And I just really love making these right here. They're a little time consuming as far as making them. And I'm going to make a real quick video because it's just really a repetitious pattern. It looks complex and difficult, guys, but I swear it's really not. It's the same pattern. You're just doing over and over again. Probably maybe the hardest part you may have with making these is, when you get to the ends and you're ending it off or whatnot. But that's real simple. I'm going to walk you guys through it on today's Manifest Monday. So, like I say, these are Russian spiral necklaces right here. And you really don't need much to make these. I just made this one. I just finished this one. And I want to say these fire polished beads, which is the red, blue, and the crystal fire polished beads you see in between the seed beads or whatnot. I want to say these are probably like maybe a 3 millimeter. They may be 2s, but I want to say these are 3s because when I first started making these, I know these were 4 millimeter fire polished beads or whatnot that I had ordered. So they're very versatile. You can kind of play with the design or whatnot. That's what I'm going to actually do today. I got some funky colors. I'm going to be doing I got my little color wheel right here. And you see how I got it set up. I'm going to be doing a tetrad color scheme or whatnot. So I'm going to be using orange, blue, green, and red. These are going to be the colors. And like I say, you ought to get you a color wheel, guys, if you don't have one. It just helps you with picking out colors and stuff like that. So I have my my fire polished beads right here. I got my crystal like fire polished beads. I have some blues, and I have the orange. So you'll need some fire polished beads or whatnot. Like I say, you can use 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter. You can also use bicones, just in that size range or whatnot. And then also you're going to need 11-0 seed beads. So as you see, I have the light green transparent 11-0 seed beads, and I also have some medium red seed beads, 11-0s. So you're going to need a lot of those. You're also going to need wire guardians. This is going to be for the ends of the necklace or the bracelets, whatever one you choose to make. And it makes it look a whole lot cleaner. You can make a seed bead loop, but I strongly suggest to go ahead and just find some wire guardians or whatnot. I found these from Royal Metal Jewelry Supply.com, and I had these for a long while. So get you some wire guardians. It just makes it a whole lot more sturdier, prettier, Also, you're going to need, if you're going to do an embellishment like me, I put embellishments on these necklaces. I put a quartz crystal on that one. This one has a black onyx, and this one is a amethyst. You're going to need a head pin. You just need one. What else you're going to need? Of course, you're using seed beads, so of course you're going to need trusty needle, and I'm going to use some fire line. I'm actually going to use some black fire line on this piece that I'm going to make. I could, it looked like I'm running kind of short, but you want to get you some fire line or whatnot. And you're probably going to need, to start off, and it's a very thread thirsty piece, so start off with like 2 arms length, but you're going to have to eventually add on some more line or whatnot. It's especially if you're doing necklaces. This right here, this was a 20-inch, and I had to re-up on my line like twice. So make sure you have a lot of thread or whatnot, bead and thread. Also, you're going to need some round nose pliers, some bell making pliers so we can make those jump rings or whatnot for the extension, and of course some scissors or some cutters or whatnot, guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump onto it. I'm going to thread my needle, and then we're going to get started with this piece. Okay, so as you see, I already got my line strung up. And the way I got my camera, I can't show you my actual seed pile or whatnot, but I have like a little bead mat or whatnot, and it's has all my beads and everything sticking. So first thing you want to do, you want to string up your first two 11-0 seed beads. And then you want to go ahead and pick your first fire polished bead up. All right, like that right there. You should have that on your line. Then you want to string two more 11-0s and pick up another fire polished bead. That's what you see right there. And then you want to pick up two more 11-0s. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. And after you pick up your two other 11-0s, you want to pick up another fire polish bead of your next color. So this is what you should have on your needle, guys, right there. So you want to go ahead and pull those down your line. And you want to leave probably like a 10-inch tail thread or whatnot. So when you end off this side of the necklace or bracelet, whatever one you're choosing to make, all you have to do is just pop a needle on there and then you're good to go. So leave a nice size tail thread or whatnot. So now you want to take your needle, and you want to go through all of these beads, right? Let's go up every bead. Okay. And this, once you pull your needle on through, this is going to create like a little loop. Okay. So just pull your thread. But then also want to take your needle and you want to go through those two bottom seed beads right here. You want to go through that fire polish. And then also you want to go through that next seed bead following that fire polish, just like that. Pull your needle through. And this will be like the first loop. Make sure it's tight. And you should have that right there, right? So like I said, this is a very repetitive pattern, guys. It's not hard. Okay, so you see you have your loop. And I'm going to flip mine this way just because this is like how I like to do mine or whatnot. So once you have your loop or whatnot, the next color or the next fire polish bead you're going to put on is going to be, you see my thread is coming out right here, right? Past this blue one. So your next color is going to be a red fire polish bead. So you want to pick up that following fire polish bead, which in my instance is going to be a red one. And you want to also pick up two seed beads after that. And then you're going to go in the next 11-0 seed bead right after that fire polish. And this is what's going to begin stacking everything up on top of each other and creating that spiral effect. All right. And you're going to train your piece or whatever, the thread, and this is going to start falling in place or whatnot. So it's going to be looking funky at first, but don't worry about it. Just kind of like take your time and everything's going to fall in place. Hold on, let me get my cord in a good spot. Yeah, that's a whole lot better because, man, that was like difficult. Okay, so as you see, okay, there we go. The next color that I'm going to pick up is going to be an orange, because that's the next one. So Then I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads of my 11 O's. And I'm going to go right after that orange fire polish into that next seed bead right there. Make sure you guys can see that. And this is probably like the most difficult part, just getting started on it. But after that, you'll be good. Because I'm telling you, just doing the same thing over and over again. So just take your time on this part. Pull your thread. Spin your piece around. You see how I kind of like cuff those pieces up right there, the ones you just put on? Okay. So now we're going to pick up our next fire polish bead, which in my instance is going to be a blue. Now, this is the part where you're going to step up to the next level because it's kind of like a gap there. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. It's like a little gap there, right? But that's where you're going to go up. And a reminder for you guys to know when it's time to step up, that bead right there, that fire polish, is going to have 1 seed bead. Now, the rest of them, they're going to have 2. But when you see that right there, when you see 1 seed bead behind the fire polish, that means it's time to step up. All right? That's just that's how I remind myself, because sometimes, like I said, it's so repetitive, I'll actually get lost in the weave or whatnot. So that's kind of like my reminder right there to step up. So pick up your next seed bead, fire polish, and then pick up 2 seed beads. And what you're going to do is you're going to go in that seed bead, but also you're going to go up through the next fire polish. And the next seed bead after that. We're going to go through all 3 of those beads. Pull your cord. And once, I want to say after this part right here, it'll be a whole lot more easier. But guys, that's literally all you're doing. You're just repeating that process over and over again. Okay, guys, continuing with the pattern. Like I said, same thing. So I see my next one is going to be orange. So I'm going to pick up an orange and 2 of my green seed beads. And I'm going to go right into that next seed bead following that orange fire polish. It's kind of hard for me to see and help you guys see at the same time. And it doesn't help that I'm kind of blind. Like, not like blind like Ray Charles blind, but I need glasses. I have contacts in, but, you know. The ones that know, they know what I'm talking about. So, just pull your line or whatnot. And see what I just did right there? So when you do that right there, do not pull that cord through. Go ahead and pull your line out, because if you would have pulled it, you would have been mad. Your lines would have been crossed up. So y'all saw me do that. I'm glad I did that in front of y'all guys for y'all beginners or whatnot. Because I used to do that a lot. So pull your cord. Like I say, kind of train your thread. Like I say, you see how it's just going to stack up? So kind of pull it a little taut. You see the next fire polish is going to be a blue, so I'm going to pick up a blue one. Then 2 of my green 11-0 seed beads. I'm going in that seed bead following that fire polish. Same demo, guys. And I want to say after this one, we're going to come up on that little gap. When you come up to that gap, that's when you know you got to step up in your weave piece. And as you see, guys, like I said, the more you do it, the more sturdy it's going to get. Everything's just going to start stacking up. It's just that first one you kind of like got to hold it and train your thread or whatnot. But after that, it'll come a little bit easier. So you see my next fire polish is going to be a red. So I'm going to pick up that red one. 2 of my 11-0 seed beads. And the way you know you got to step up, guys, that's that. Always remember that, because you will get lost in this weave, especially if you're doing a whole bunch of other things. There's a lot going on in the room or whatnot. You're talking to people, you know. This is how you know when it's time to step up. When you see after that fire polish bead, it's just one seed bead. That's when you know you got to step up, and you're going to go through, you know, that seed bead, the next fire polish, and the next seed bead. That's how you know, guys. All right. So, you see, I got my setup going. Grow through that that seed bead with my fire polish. And go through that next seed bead. Pull my cord. See, I think I got crossed up. Make sure I ain't crossed my wires up. My cord up. And I did. So be wary of that, guys. I'm telling you, do not want to pull that cord and your line is crossed up like that. And like I said, it's just doing this a lot because I got this camera. And this camera angle is kind of up. See? There we go. So when stuff like that happens, guys, do not panic. Just take your time. But yeah. Let's go up to the next level. You see? So you just keep doing the same thing, guys. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit to get kind of like to my desired length, and I'm going to show you guys how to finish it off or whatnot. All right, so I want to show you guys how to add some more cord to this. For all the newbies who don't know how to add cord, just to show you the path of what you need to do. So I'm at the point where I will have to step up, and I like to add cord at this point, just like I say, because it gets kind of confusing looking at this pattern or whatnot, and it just makes it just makes it easier for me to remember where to go start back at. So just remember, out of this one right here, you're going to be coming out of 3 seed beads. As long as you remember that, you'll be good at this point right here where you're supposed to move up. So what you want to do, you want to tie off a couple half hitch knots. So what I like to do is I like to make sure you guys can see me. I like to go down a couple seed beads. I'll probably go down that one right there. Probably tie a half hitch knot right there. Go up under that thread bridge right there. Like I said, just tie a half hitch knot. Like so. And I say you probably want to do like 3 half hitch knots or whatnot, just to make sure it's nice and secure. So I tied a half hitch knot right there. So I'm going to go down a couple more seed beads. Like I say, you won't need but maybe like 3 half hitch knots. So I'm gonna grab my needle. Say go up under that thread bridge. Tie you another knot. Like so. Then I'm going to go down a couple more seed beads. Like I say, it's a real easy pattern once you get started. It's kind of time consuming. Very, very thread thirsty. You might need like 14 yards. And it really depends on what you're making. Like I say, so I'm doing a 20-inch necklace. It's gonna take a lot of thread or whatnot. So prepare for that. Like I said, the last piece I just finished not too long ago before I started on this one. I want to say I had to load it up with twice, maybe 3 times. I think I just did it twice. I'm pretty sure I just loaded it up twice. Another half-hitch knot. So once you got that, go down a couple more seed beads, and then you'll just cut your thread off right there. Sometimes I try to get more than one seed bead, as you just saw me try to do, and I couldn't get it because it was kind of like at a curve. So don't force the issue. Because what you most definitely don't want to do, and I've done this so many times doing these right here, you do not want to crack your seed bead. That's horrible. Because guess what that means, guys? That means you have to start this whole piece all over again. And that will make you very, 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 very irritated. Trust me. Been there and done that. Okay, so cut off that little excess piece of the cord. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add on some more cord. So you want to kind of start down here or whatnot. You don't want to do it too far down there because you have to work your way all the way back up. And just find a lane where those seed beads are kind of like loose. There's not too much thread in there or whatnot. Like I said, what you do not want to do, you do not want to pop your thread. And this is how I add my thread once I run out. So you want to leave you a nice little, it really doesn't matter as far as the tail thread right here, because it's going to get cut off anyway. So you do want to hold it, make sure you don't pull it out while you're doing this, adding this a half-hitch knot. And it's the same thing in reverse, guys. You're just adding your 3 half-hitch knots. Once again. Oops. There we go. Yeah. So add you 3 half-hitch knots, and then, like I say, you want to go back to the same spot where you left off or whatnot. All right. Just continue going up your path. since I'm having such difficulty, guess what I'm going to do, guys? So I'm going to go through this fire polish. I'm going to go up to the next row and see if that's a little bit easier. And you can do that. As long as you're staying within your thread path, you can do that. Take the easiest path. Take the path of least resistance. That's what they used to teach us when you go to driving school at UPS. Take the path of least resistance. Same thing with these CBs. Take the path of least resistance. I'm gonna slide up. Then I'm gonna tie me another half hitch knot. Pull that back thread out. Go up under your thread bridge. Tighten up. Remove my cutter there in the way. Say tie another half hitch knot here. Then after that, I'm gonna do one more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start back laying some beads in or whatnot. So oops. Go up, seed bead some more. This is only looking difficult because, like I say, I'm on camera. If I didn't have this camera and I didn't have to be in this little angle, I would be flying through this. Swear. But I gotta do it for the family, man. There's a lot of y'all are interested in making some of this jewelry or whatnot. Matter of fact, at my last pop-up at Low Mill or whatnot, a gentleman was asking about my jewelry and stuff like that. And he was like talking about how, you know, he was interested and, you know, kind of wanted to learn. So I was like, hey, why don't you check out my YouTube channel? Manifest Monday. Yep. And that's when we manifest all of our creations. Well, I actually manifest creations anytime I have free time. But Manifest Monday is just a day I choose to show the family how to make certain pieces that I make or whatnot. So when I get right here, I'm going to tie me another half hitch knot. Go up under my thread bridge. Let me move this down so you guys can see. I don't know why this camera keeps trying to exit. Technology is acting so weird. Like, are we in a retrograde or something? Technology has just been on the fritz, or maybe it's just technology I'm dealing with. I don't know, but it's frustrating the hell out of me. I swear to God. Excuse my language, guys. I'm trying to make sure I get up on this thread bridge. So guess what I'm going to do, guys? Since I'm having such difficulty, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go up to the next level. That's what I'm going to do. And once I get up there, I'm just going to tie a half hitch knot up there, and then I'll say go back to making some more progress. Because I want to finish this one real soon, guys. Let me just get it through that one. Okay. Just tie my last half hitch knot. So now I'm going to go all the way back and get in position to where I was at, which would be up here. So what I'm going to do, see if I can get up here through this way. And if I can't, guess what? I'm just going to go to the next level if I can't get through here. You know what? It's a little tight, so yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Following my thread path. Make sure you do that, guys. You want it looking as clean as possible. Following that thread path, it makes it like, you know, you'll barely be able to see the thread sticking out or whatnot. It just makes it look a whole lot cleaner when you follow the thread path. Oh, I got 5 that time? Cool. So I'm just going to work myself back into position up here at the top and continue on adding length to my piece. Yeah, I'm going to slide up here because I want to come up through there that way. Like I say, just following my thread path. And this is the only thing that, you know, it gets kind of frustrating having to add thread. That's what really makes this piece really time consuming. The fact that it's so thread thirsty. You have to stop and add thread. That's a whole process in itself. Just doing that, so. But the finished results is well worth it. Trust me. Okay, let me see if something happened. Oh, there we go. Like, hold on. Like, hold on. Where did I mess up at? So, yeah, I'm gonna go up here. And I'm gonna follow the thread path. So you see how I'm gonna get it in those seed beads right here next to this bead. Cause that's where I'm gonna come out at, right there. So now, put myself in position. I'm gonna slide through that fire polish, and then in 3 seed beads, remember? As long as you remember which hole you came out of, which I just told you guys it'll be 3 seed beads in. So I went through 1, let me go through 2 more. Okay. And I'm back to pretty much beading again, guys. So this is my step up portion. So as you see, the next fire polish bead is going to be a blue one. I'm going to add my blue and grab 2 of my green 11-0 seed beads right after that fire polish. I'm going to go through that seed bead, the next fire polish gem, and another seed bead. And just pull my thread. And I'm going to continue to do the same process until, like I said, until I get to my desired length. All right, guys. So as you see, we got our length. Well, I got mine. And it measured out at 22 inches or whatnot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end off our piece. So I'm at that little gap point. So I'm going to fill that gap. And then we'll go ahead and close it off or whatnot. And I'm just getting in position because when you start to close this off, you want to be right out of a seed bead that's right after a fire polish bead or whatnot when you're doing this. So go ahead, step up. So once you have that, what we're going to do now is we're going to fill in these gaps right here. Well, they're not gaps. We're just going to fill in where these fire polish beads at with some seed beads. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab 2 of your seed beads and go in that seed bead after that fire polish bead. And we're going to kind of like create like a little seed bead loop or whatnot. And we're going to build on that, and that's where we're going to put our wire guardian at the top. And you're just going to do both ends the same exact way, guys. It's not hard or anything like that. Get your 2 seed beads and go through the seed bead following that fire polish. Grab 2 more of your seed beads. And go in right after that fire polish bead right there. You want to go in that seed bead. Where's the hole? There we go. There we go. So now you kind of have like this little loop right here. And what you want to do now to create some tension, you're going to go through these seed beads that you just added. You want to go through them at least 3 more times, maybe twice, but you just want to create some tension or whatnot. And it just makes the piece a whole lot more sturdier, because a lot of the stress on this necklace is going to come from those ends like that. So I say you want to create some tension. So you make sure this piece, it doesn't break on anybody wearing it or whatnot. So go through all those beads you just added. That's all you're doing right now. There we go. And it's going to tighten up as you go through these seed beads or whatnot. It's going to tighten up even more and more. You see it's kind of already coming together. Go through it a couple more times. Right. Kind of see it's already forming that loop I was talking about. Probably go through one more time. And as you see, it has that tight little loop right there at the top. Sorry, I got my camera stopped recording on me, but yeah, I'm still just going through these one more time. Like I say, creating that proper tension that I wanted. Just make sure it's tighter. Yeah, just go through these 2 right here.
I'm saying it's like the herb, it's just like time, it's just like lime, it's just like iron with the rhyme, it's just the same thing. It's agricultural thing, and it's vegetable and it's fruits and all of that.
Go for those beads. Okay, now I think we're ready for our other beads. So now we're going to kind of like do like a peyote stitch, and we're going to add some more seed beads, right? So what you want to do now, you want to pick up just 1 seed bead. And you see where I'm coming out on this seed bead, so I'm going to skip this one and go through the next one. Now this is the foundation of where we're going to put our wire guardian at. If you guys are using wire guardians, which I strongly suggest, makes the piece a whole lot more sturdier. You can use a seed beads or whatnot, but I really suggest you just go ahead and use some wire guardians or whatnot. So they see that seed bead I just added kind of just stuck right there. It's poking out a little bit. Take you another seed bead. Skip where your skip the next seed bead, and then you're going to go into that next one. So we're going to go into this one right here. All right. So pick up another 11 seed bead. Wherever you're coming out, the following seed bead, you're going to skip that one and go into the next one. Then we're going to add one more. So pick up 11 seed bead. Skip that one, going to the next one. But we're also going to go into, instead of just one seed bead, we're going to go into 2 seed beads on that last one, right? And this is going to put you in position for this next part of what we're going to do, pretty much cinching all of this together or whatnot. So now, as you see, you have these 4 seed beads, right? Some of them might be sticking up, some of them just right there to the side. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go through these seed beads that you just added, those 4 seed beads. And this is going to create a loop, which will be the foundation of where we're going to put our wire guardian, or if you're going to just use, you know, your a seed bead loop or whatnot, you can do that right there. And what this is going to do is going to bring everything together. I say you want to add some good tension, and you want to do this. You want to probably go through these beads. You want to probably like do it the same, just like how you did the other loop. You want to go through 3 times, creating some good tension. And you kind of see it's already forming. You see how it kind of like came together? Those little 4 seed beads. So I think I'm going to go through one more time. And then we'll go ahead and add our wire guardian. And then we'll be done with this end, and then we'll do the same thing on that end. But I'm going to let you guys do that, because it's the same exact thing. The same exact thing. I know this is a complex looking piece, but wasn't it easy, guys? A little time consuming, but it's real easy. Okay, so I got my wire guardian here. Go ahead and string that up. And I like to go ahead and just go through that other end, just so I can have it already pretty much ready to go. And what you're going to do is, since we're coming out this side, we're going out the right side. What I want to do is I want to go through this bead right across from me, but I'm going to go through the opposite side. Hope you guys can see that. String my wire guardian on. Yeah, it is. Come here. Just make sure. So let me see, where end am I coming out? See, I done switched my cord to that black cord. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, I'm coming out that bead, so I'm gonna go in, and now we're just tightening this down. You pretty much did all the hard part. And if you're using a wire guardian, you want to go through the wire guardian like 3 times or whatnot, just to secure it down. Make sure it's secured all the way down. I'm sorry, guys. This camera angle sucks. Oh, this angle sucks. I was looking up some goggles. Well, not goggles, but they got the little glasses where they got cameras on them, and I really, really would love a pair, but they're really, really expensive for the good kind I was looking at. So maybe we'll be able to get that in order, because it's really hard making these videos, man, at these awkward angles or whatnot. I'm just so stuck in my ways, and it's just a certain method to my madness or whatnot, but that's besides the point. So as you see, I already went through for the second time. I'll work my way down to cinch this down a little bit more. So I can go through one more time. But that's pretty much it, guys. You're just gonna cinch this down. Once you do have it all the way cinched down, just like how I showed you how to like change your thread or whatnot, and you're gonna, do those half hitch knots, you're gonna do the same exact thing, but we're not changing the cord. We're just getting out of the piece. We're completing the piece or whatnot. So that's how you'll pretty much end it off the same way. But yeah, this is pretty much it right here. Let me see. Let me see, where am I at? Okay, I'm coming out that one. So as you see, I've already went through my wire guarding, 3 times. So now I'm just following my thread path, and like I said, I'm just gonna go through the piece, weave back inside of the piece, do like 3 half hitch knots, cut off that end, and this is pretty much done, guys. You see how it tapers off the end or whatnot, makes it a whole lot cleaner. And this is why I was saying, guys, wire guardians. You can use the seed bead loops, but it just doesn't look as clean as when you use a wire guardian and stuff like that. So guys, as you see, we're finished or whatnot. I go ahead and I added my embellishment. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that because that's just so self-explanatory. If you ever dealt with head pins, you know how to do that. I'm not going to show you guys how to do this extender. That's just jump rings. That's why I said you're going to need your bell making pliers for that. If you've done this before, you'll get that real easy. I chose a hook clasp, and this is pretty much it, guys. So this is a Russian spiral bracelet. Necklace or whatnot, but you can make these into bracelets. I made mine. It came out to be 20 inches. But that's why I've added this extender chain so it does go past the 20-inch mark or whatnot. And this is beautiful, guys. Very beautiful. Like I say, very versatile. And yeah, you can just do so much and play with this right here, man, with the colors or whatnot. So any questions, concerns, comments, feedback, please feel free. You can hit the YouTube channel or whatnot, or you can email me at sardavid83@gmail.com for any of your questions, concerns, comments, or feedback or whatnot. This is another Manifest Monday in the books, guys. I hope this was very informative to you guys who are interested in making this type of jewelry or whatnot. And yeah, peace to the family. I hope everybody had fun with this. I hope your piece came out exactly how you wanted it. And like I say, if you're having any problems, just, rewind the video back. But if you still having trouble, like I said, feel free to just reach out and say something, and I'll figure it out to make this a whole lot easier for you guys as far as the tutorial. But peace and love to the family. I hope everybody's being very prosperous today. And yeah, just having very high vibrations today. Peace to the family, though, from Brother Divine of Culture Shock LLC.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling.